Hey everybody, it's Barbara, and today we are going to be looking at, as you can see from the little setup over here, emphasis on little, we're going to be looking at the uh, Let's Go Weekend Camp. This came out a few months ago from Re-Ment. Uh, this is, of course, part of my Miniature Monday series, and this is actually full. See if I can get this in the light. Lots of fun miniatures that have to do with camping. Unfortunately, some of the pieces that you would really want to be 1/6 scale are not. Ergo, why I have my mini-me sitting in a chair. But we'll get to that in a second. As always, I'd like to show you the blind boxes that you will see. This is just a sample of one. And you can see perhaps that I've done some of the cutouts, some of them I left intact. So without any further ado, let's just go right to what does and does not work for this set. This set very nicely comes with a hat, which as you can see is way too small for a 1/6 scale adult figure. It might work for a Kelly or a Tommy. It's definitely going to work for a 112 figure. I do not think, however, in any version of reality would this even work as a tent, which is what this is supposed to be, for a 112 figure. First of all, it comes apart too easily. And second of all, well, certainly any 1/6 scale Barbie, Ken, Fashion Royalty, Measy cannot fit in there. Their pets might, if you want to give their pets a little tent of their own. One of the many cutouts is supposed to be sort of like a placemat or a mat of some kind. I decided to put it in the tent, but what was really supposed to go in there is this plastic cloth. I think it's supposed to be a towel or maybe a mat of some kind. In her lap, this would kind of work, as you can see, as like a dish towel, or in a bathroom diorama, if you wanted to perhaps layer it with real and fake cloth, you could do that. Uh, we also have here what are supposed to be gloves that you should, in all good consciousness, use when you're using a grill. And if you notice, this is the right size for a 1/6 scale hand, except it doesn't open. So on the one hand, you could have had some really nice oven mitts. On the other hand, sorry for the pun, um, they don't open. We are also given a little lantern. The lantern is on the small side for 1/6 scale, but then again, I've seen lanterns of different sizes, so that could actually kind of work. But if I could just turn everybody's attention over here for a second, there are some chairs. The chairs in no way, shape, or form. I mean, they fit in her lap. There's no way these would work as beach chairs or anything else for anybody but um, a 1/6 scale. I'm sorry, a 112 or maybe even a 1/24 scale figure. The chair, one of the chairs, the blue chair, also happens to come with a fishing rod, which is originally one of the reasons why I bought this, because I'm always looking for a detailed fishing rod. Now, on the one hand, it's somewhat sturdy. It does have a little bit of the give you would see with a fishing pole, but you can't do anything with the lure. And if we return it, it is entirely too tiny for a full 1/6 scale figure. Again, maybe for a Kelly or a Tommy or a 1/24 scale figure, it would work. Now, this does come with an appropriately sized 1/6 scale fish that you're supposed to like hook, but I guess for humanity reasons, the hook doesn't go in. And I think I've talked about this before, that in any given set you will have pieces that are 1/6 scale and work very nicely. And then there are going to be pieces that do not. Also included, by the way, with the fishing set, and if you think about it, this makes sense, is the cooler that you would keep the fish in. This is a good sized cooler that, yes, you would put fish in, and it does come with, on the inside, it does come with, and I will take it out as well, it does come with the necessary ice pack. And obviously this is a good size. That can easily go into any standard sized 1/6 scale Barbie refrigerator, because that's where you're supposed to put those things. By the way, it also the fishing set does also come with a clean canteen. I can't tell, by the way, if this is supposed to be a fox or a cat. This returning, I'm gonna say, since we're in the forest, it's probably a fox, but it's a nice little set. This is the handout you would have gotten, and it does give you the opportunity to make a box of bait. I chose not to, but there was that one. This, by the way, is the set for the tent. And in this case, it has sort of the map of the stars that you would look at night, what you can see from the city and from the country. There was one other thing that does come with the tent, and I had it set up on the table. It is a phone stand and potentially charger that I guess operates by battery. If this is a phone, it is a little bit small for the 1/6 scale. It's more iPod than iPhone, if you want to think about it that way. One of the other sets that I got, that I decided not to cut up the cards, is a set called, sets 5 and 6 have to do with cooking. Set 5 is actually called Cooking, and you get a nice colander that you would put some peppers and a cut up onion in. And again, the vegetables, I'll take the onion, I'll take the green pepper, and they're about the right size scale-wise. And again, this is another case where you can easily take this and put this into a diorama. Interestingly, what also comes with this set is a cutting board. And the idea is there's a cut onion, like you would cut it up for a shish kebab, and you get the cutting knife. I guess because it's traveled size, it's really not, first of all, it's not sharp at all. Fashion royalty nails are sharper than this blade. And the knife itself is not that huge. What is an item that I think a lot of people would really like is it does come with Tupperware, which is where you're supposed to put your roast. Like, that's what you're going to be making when you're on a camping trip, but I digress. This Tupperware has a lid that fits on very tightly, and obviously you can put some other things in it, which is probably a good place for me to transition into the second one, which is called barbecue. And as you can see, the barbecue did have, rightfully, the gloves that unfortunately do not work. It also comes with these strange, I guess they're supposed to be hamburger patties. That can also fit in there very nicely. The cooking and the barbecue also have shish kebabs, which it makes a lot more sense that you're going to grill and then eat, and the shish kebabs are the right scale. There is a second shish kebab which I put on this very nice little grill over here that you can see standing up. I also put on there from a different set because really, what are you going to do on your barbecue, in your hunt, in your camping trip? But of course you're going to need to make paninis. By the way, for the folks in Canada, that's sarcasm. And for those of you who don't remember that line, that was David Duchovny getting himself into a whole lot of trouble on the Conan O'Brien show many years ago. Uh, anyway, you get two versions of the panini, the whole one I just showed you, and a cut-up version, which is very decently scaled. The grill itself, you can take, and as I will show you, you take off the actual grill part of the grill gently. And you will see that it does come with some very nice charcoal. I'm not sure if you can see it, but you may have to take my word for it. There's a little bit of nice detailing in here. Red glow. It almost looks like the red glow of when a charcoal just starts to ignite. So that's a very nice detail. So this is a grill that does not have a lid and is obviously far too small to be 1/6 scale. But you also have a grill equally too small to be 1/6 scale. But it comes with a lid, and it comes with some hot dogs or sausages or whatever you want to call them. It does have the nice detailing of the vents. I guess this is what you would use if you were living in a studio apartment and you wanted to have a little grill. Interestingly, if I remember correctly, the grill set, of all things, comes with a breakfast. It comes with hash browns, one hard-boiled egg or grilled egg that is not cut, and one egg that is cut. And again, this is all stuff that can easily transfer into your standard 1/6 scale fridge. By the way, I should also mention the fishing set came with a nice little can of soda. The grill set comes with, because of course it's later in the day, beer. Very nicely, and I meant to say this when I reviewed the tiny bar, but I'll say it here. Very nicely, what doesn't come with this set are cigarettes, because usually whenever there's a Re-Ment set that involves alcohol, they make a point of including cigarettes. With the cooking set, the shish kebabs and the vegetables, comes a very small but very interesting little container of seasoning. And with the grilling set comes this set of grilling tongs. Another set, which is again having to do with cooking, comes with a different set of tongs. But as always, these can very easily, they are appropriately different sized first of all, and they both can appropriately go right into any kitchen setup you may have. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I do know that a long time ago, Re-Ment did have a kitchen set. It was a lovely set. So, just to keep going, and still with the food, we have the trying to trick your eye into thinking that this is Heinz mustard. But this is not Heinz 57 ketchup. The bottle is, again, these are good travel sizes. The mustard bottle is a lot closer to what it would be in 1/6 scale than the ketchup. And of course, to light the grills, you do need matches. The box does not open. There are no matches inside. Let's see. To complete the look, and so you can cart things around, you have this very nice red wagon, which can go into any child's diorama. Although, because this doesn't move, this is entirely too low for a 1/6 scale figure to pull, though it can and does move on its wheels very easily. You have a beverage cooler. And the spout is over here. And you also have a small propane tank, which you can, of course, transfer to any other set. The table that the iPod setup is sitting on is low to the ground. In fact, I will show you how low to the ground. It's not particularly sturdy either, so you will have to keep resetting it as you move it. But as you can see, it's really low to the ground. So yes, for like a Tommy or a Kelly, very tricky for 1/6 scale adults. But this I love. They clearly have priorities, because not only do we have an old school kettle to make coffee, and that's a good 1/6 scale right there. That's a good size. Not only do we get 2 cups of coffee with actual coffee in it, well, not liquid, you guys know what I mean. Good size. There's a yellow cup and a rose-colored cup that actually matches this dress, so I think I'm going to leave that in her hand for the rest of the video. But because they clearly understand that there's no point to drinking coffee unless you do it properly, because you would take this with you camping, a coffee press. Now, I could be wrong, and this could be also a pepper grinder, but I'm going to go ahead and call it a coffee press, because it did come with the coffee set. And, oops, as you can see, the strainer with which to strain your coffee press. Mad love to them. That is absolutely hysterical. As I said, I didn't do all of the cutouts, and I showed you most of them, but I do want to show you one more cutout. This very nice guide to the campgrounds itself. It's a trifold. You open it up all the way on one side. It's a map of the campgrounds. And on the back, it's how to get there, probably some rules and some pricing. Very nicely done. Last but not least, yes, this is awesome because it does have parts. This is supposed to be the Campfire Logs. These I like as one, you can add the log. And the other thing that I like about it is these pieces can most likely, and I can just tell from the size of them and the pieces that I have, this will go into many 1/6 scale fireplaces that if you go on Etsy, there's a whole bunch of different people, and they are all equally good. It's a matter of how much you're willing to pay. They all make really nice fireplaces. and I would definitely check those out. And now you have some nice looking logs that are not actually wood to put in there, though I do know there are some people who do prefer to do the whole real look of putting real wood into the fireplace. Anyway, so this is of course the favorite portion. Do you buy this set? Here. Well, you definitely, if you're looking for pieces for the food, I definitely recommend getting sets 5 and 6 and possibly even 7. I would definitely recommend getting sets 5, 6, and 7. And I will hold this. Oops, you know what? I think it might be better if I hold up the side of the box, this box. I definitely recommend getting sets 5, 6, and 7 because this does include the food, and it's food that very, as I said, very easily transfers from one play set to another. Not in love with set 8, the tent. You can get the lantern any place. You can get the lamps anywhere. They gave you, I guess this is supposed to be to heat your hands. This little guy, I think this is supposed to be to heat your hands. The other sets, you know, the wagon is cute, but it's really not scaled correctly. The coffee break set is cute. That is scaled correctly, but it comes with the table, which is not. And then it kind of goes down there from there. You get the then comes the panini set. This to make your sandwiches, and I really don't think that's something you're going to do while you're camping, unless you're glamping. And then the fourth set's the fishing set. So what am I saying to you? Am I saying get this set? I'm saying that this is probably a case where, since it's now out there on eBay and other places where it's been pieced out, or you know what the blind boxes are, buy the blind boxes that you like. Now, if it so happens that you do have 1/6 scale cats and dogs, and you think the tent is cute, and you do have Tommies and Kellys or smaller figures, then yeah, go ahead, get the whole thing. But I think the maximum playability is in sets 5, 6, and 7. So if you can find them and part them out, that's probably the best way for you to go. Now, before you go, I do want to remind you guys that my giveaway is still going on. It will be going on for one more week until, let me look at my calendar, until September 6th. I have a giveaway going. It is with Chef Gina. It involves you watching my previous Miniature Monday video with Chef Gina, leaving me a comment underneath that video, the Chef Gina video, and then going to watch a video of Chef Gina's where she's cooking up some lemon bundt cake, and liking that video as well. Don't worry guys, I will remind you of all the details in the description box below if you're interested in entering that giveaway. It does end on September 6th. But for now, for me and for Re-Ment, I'm Barbara, and I will see you in my next review, which will be another Re-Ment video, unless of course between now and next Monday I do get that glorious email from Integrity that another doll has come in, or I might surprise you and do a combination Miniature Monday action figure review. There's a set that I have that I've been wanting to do, and I think maybe I'll take a little extra time next weekend and do that, just to tease and tantillate you all. Tantillate you? Tantillating? I don't know. You would think I'm an English professor. I can say words. Anyway, everybody have a good week. Stay safe and take care. Bye-bye.